Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Melinda bargains with Gabi's freedom, Sloan tempted to slip maternity to Eric. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers update for Monday, June 3rd, reveals that Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, will try to move forward with Melinda Trask's, Tina Huang, arrest, but she hint that Gabi Hernandez de Mera, last played by Camila Banus, may no way go free if he locks her up. Melinda might make a vaticination about EJ de Mera, Dan Feuereagle, landing back in the quarter attorney spot or suggested just be someone differently who is motivated to help Gabi. Still, Melinda could try to grease the bus of justice and swing effects in Gabi's favor if Rafe's willing to let her part in the phony relinquishment go. Across city, Kristen de Mera, Stacey Hayduke, will have a shocking suggestion for Stefan de Mera, Brandon Barish, to pound over. Since Stefan and Kristen haven't been successful in getting Gabi out of Statesville so far, Kristen might suppose a captivity break is the stylish tactic. Of course, DOOL suckers know Stefan wants to live happily ever after in Salem with Gabi, not force her into a situation where she has to live the run and always look over her shoulder. Besides, Stefan doesn't want to pile on further crimes and threat getting arrested again himself, so he may push Kristen to concentrate on proving Gabi's innocence. Other day spoilers say Leo Stark, Greg Rickhart, will resort to blackmail again since he's putatively figured out that Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, is Jude Brady's, Oliver McClarty, biopater. Not EJ. Although Leo may want EJ to candy their former deal, EJ will presumably gossip out further pitfalls and advise Leo to keep his mouth shut if he wants to stay alive. Of course, the maternity secret will be in jeopardy each over again now that Eric has possessed Sloan Peterson Brady, Jessica Surfety, at the de Mera manse. Day spoilers say Eric will lash out at Sloan formerly more since she let him raise a child that didn't belong to him, or so he thinks. Sloan will admit Eric and Nicole de Mera, Ariane Zucker, don't have all the data, but EJ will stop her from dishing and eventually make sure that she flees city like she's supposed to. Coming on Monday's day's occasion, Roman Brady, Josh Taylor, will get some support from Kate Roberts Brady, Lauren Koslow, when it comes to the whole Jude failure. Kate will seethe over all the pain Sloan unleashed and comfort Roman since he really got attached to his grandson. Luckily, Days of Our Lives spoilers say Roman is still Jude's natural grandpa, so he'll get updates on that awful news down the road. Holly sneaks out for prom night disaster, big Tate trouble brewing? Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers reveal that Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, managed to patch effects up with Nicole de Mera, Ariane Zucker, following their recent fight, but that doesn't mean she's happy about being banned from the hop. Holly gets that Nicole's being defensive, but she also feels like her mama's going overboard at this point. Despite Holly's sweats to move Nicole that she's learned her assignment, Nicole is still alarmed of another life hanging fire. DOOL suckers will recall that Holly nearly didn't survive her New Year's Eve overdose, but Holly is ready to put that mess behind her and try to be a normal teenager again. Of course, the fact that Holly has been interdicted from dating Tate Black, Leo Howard, is adding to her frustration right now. In a perfect world, Holly would be going to hop with Tate and happily enjoying their night together. It's tough to believe Holly will just sit at home doing nothing while Tate and her musketeers are living it up at the party of the time. This may be erecting to a situation where Holly sneaks out on hop night and tries to join the fun on the down low. Naturally, day spoilers say effects could get tricky since Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, and Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, have agreed to be chaperones. Holly and Tate could potentially end up bolting from the hop to avoid discovery, maybe with Aaron Green, Louis Tomeo, and Sophia Choi, Madeline Keentz, in Hitch. It's possible the whole teen scene will get caught up in some new trouble. Can you imagine how furious Brady and Teresa would be if some misreading led to Tate getting arrested again? That'd give Teresa and Brady another reason to condemn Holly for dragging Tate into drama, but Tate might rush to her defense. Holly herself could face legal ramifications as well, depending on what Day's pens have in mind when it comes to this hop night failure. It could also lead to Holly and Tate's secret love getting exposed, so they could make a real mess and turn this into a veritably memorable evening, and not in a good way. Grounded on our day's prognostications, Tate and Holly's relationship is going to become decreasingly complicated. Will Dimitri return to Salem? Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers suggest that Dimitri von Leuschner, Petrport, could return to Salem. He appeared in the first season of Beyond Salem, which could return for a third chapter. Keep on reading to learn further. Days of Our Lives spoilers, Beyond Salem returning to Peacock? According to the Days of Our Lives spoilers, Beyond Salem could return to Peacock for Chapter 3. Suckers were upset to learn that Chapters 1 and 2 were pulled from the streaming platform. This putatively suggested the show was done for good. The DOOL derivation premiered in September 2021. Beyond Salem Chapter 2 followed some of the popular characters from Days of Our Lives for 5 occurrences. DOOL spoilers. Will Dimitri return to Salem? The major plot was Megan Hathaway DiMera, Miranda Wilson, who reunited 3 prisms to cure her father Stefano DiMaria, Joseph Mascalo. Chapter 2 of Beyond Salem ended with a thriller. Bo Brady, Peter Reckel, surfaced from a cryogenic chamber rather of Stefano. Bo was stuck between heaven and hell. He wanted to return from the dead. He'd to decide whether he wanted to save Hope, Christian Alfonso. Eventually, Bo chose not to do it. He was given another chance at life. Also, Hope was killed anyhow of the situation. Sean, Brandon Beamer, shot Bo. Beyond Salem was cancelled or renewed. Still, DOOL suckers are hopeful about Chapter 3. It was so successful that Days of Our Lives left NBC and moved to Peacock. The platform might feel that it's necessary to continue the story of the derivation. This brought up a question as to who could return. DOOL spoilers, could Dimitri return? The Days of Our Lives spoilers suggest that Dimitri could return because of Beyond Salem. Peacock could find a way to tie the characters into the main cleaner. The stoner Varlina asked this question on the SoapCentral.com communication boards. Still, some DOOL suckers believe he's come a mock of himself. Carlavati explains returning to the Salem writing scene and stories. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers suggest some major moments in the land of Salem as the summer months approach. While the pen strike came to an end last fall, and daytime drama pens got back to work on their detergents, as DOOL's filming schedule is months ahead of time, suckers wouldn't see the difference Days head pen, Ron Carlavati, and his platoon made when they reclaimed their places until May 31st. Carlavati lately spoke with television bigwig to talk about what suckers should anticipate in the weeks and months ahead. Days of Our Lives spoilers, Ron Carlavati explains returning to the Salem writing scene and stories. During the interview, Carlavati noted that then in WGA pens who wrote scripts in his absence originally didn't want to make major moves with stories and expedients that the strike was going to be resolved snappily. Sorely, that bet was thrown out the window when it took 148 days for WGA to come to an agreement. The Days head writer notes that January to May's stories weren't his, and he'd nothing to do.